Hello and welcome back to the Coders Rockets. Today we'll be discussing how to use the Gemini API with Python and the Google AI Studio. So without further ado, let's dive deep in. First, let's understand what is an API. An API is basically a way for your app to communicate with another app over the internet so that you can get a response from an app without actually going and using it. It can be used in various use cases, such as if you want to make a ChatGPT clone, you can use their API to request a response and display it in your app. We will be doing something similar, but instead with the Gemini API. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to create a .env file and type in all caps Gemini underscore API underscore key, and then we're going to equal to. Then what we're going to do is we're going to give our API key over there. Then also what we're going to do is we're going to be writing pip3. We're going to open the terminal and enter the following command: pip3 or pip if you're on Windows. Pip3 install Google hyphen generative AI, which I have already done, so I won't repeat it. Then we're going to import our Google.generative AI LLM Google.generative AI package as LLM, and also we have to install pip3. We have to pip3 install .env, which will allow us to load our .env file, all the variables that are in our .env files. So then what we're going to do is import .env and load all the .env files. I mean to say the .env files with this code. We're also going to be importing OS. Going to do Google underscore API key API underscore key. Then what we're going to do is os.getEnv. So what it's going to do is it's going to grab our API key from the .env file, and then we're going to configure it like this. We're going to configure it to be the default API key for this code. Then also we're going to now set the model which we can use, which I've used Gemini Pro or Gemini hyphen Pro, but you can use other models such as Gemini Nano, Gemini Pro Vision. Gemini Pro Vision is the multimodal version. So yeah, then we're going to also be generating a response. So response is equal to model to generate underscore content. Now we can ask it something like, what is Python? Like seriously, what is Python? And then we can print response. So now we are going to run our file. We're going to run a file by doing Python 3 main.py. We're going to run our main.py file. So we're going to run our Python code, and we have to wait for the LLM to give us the response. Since it's asking right now, it's like asking Gemini. Oh wait, what? All right. Now I forgot to show you. It's actually response dot content. Yes. Response dot content. We're going to print the content that the LLM gives. So it's going to now be asking Gemini, what is the response? What? It has no attribute content. So what we can do is we can also choose another way by doing chat. Chat is equal to. Also, I'm going to delete this first. Chat equal to model dot start chat, and then we can do message response. Okay, response is equal to chat dot send message. Now we can send our message in here. In our case, it's going to be what is Python. Then we're going to print response.text and run our file. So we're running a file, as you can see. And we got our response nicely. Thank you for joining us on this lecture today. And until next time, bye.